So today's topic is data flow diagrams. Yes, this is a topic which is related to software engineering as well as structured system analysis and design or system analysis and design. So let's see what is data flow diagram and what are the types and what is the use of data flow diagrams. Data flow diagrams show the flow of data through the system. So all names should be unique. What does it mean? It means all names whatever we are using in our data flow diagram for a software problem, that should be unique. It is not a flow chart. So this is very important point here, that flow charts are totally different from data flow diagrams. In data flow diagrams we have to just present a flow of data, but in a flow chart we have to combine or compare the conditions as well. So this is the difference, where suppress logical decisions. Here logical decisions are not mentioned in DFDs, but for example, like there are two variables A and B, and if we can say that if A is greater than B, so this is a condition. So this type of condition is not mentioned in the DFDs. DFD is not a correct way to present your condition in these types of diagrams, whether they are DFDs or entity relationship diagrams or context diagrams. But but flow charts are the best suitable representation for that condition or logical decisions. Further, defer error conditions and handling until the end of the analysis. So DFDs will use until the end of the analysis, and we can say that this is a crystal clear a good amount of the system requirements graphically. So this is a very crystal clear, we are using this word crystal clear because all the symbols which are using in DFDs, they can clearly indicates that how many types of process, what type of process we are using, and what is the flow of our data, and what is a database, what is a data dictionary, and how a data stored in a database, and what are the significance of each and every process, and why they are why we are using all these symbols as well as these process in our DFD. And last, DFD can be manual. Yes, we can draw a DFD manually on a paper of a sheet, or with the help of some softwares like Rational Rose is a software which is used to develop, to make or to create or to draw a DFD diagram. And we can combine both manual and automation. It means manual diagrams plus the softwares which are present for for drawing these kind of diagrams. So we can use both the combination of manual as well as the automated system. So according to some authors, they are saying that DFDs can be manually generated or can automatically generated, or with the combination of both. So according to Yogesh Singh and Agrawal and other authors, they are saying that, but some authors are also saying that automated or software based DFDs are best. So on the whole we can conclude that DFD is if we can generate or we can develop a DFD on a paper of a sheet with the help of pen, pencil and whatever you want to say, that would be very helpful for changing as well as updating that particular design of a particular software problem. And after updating or altering that particular diagram, we can develop an automated design for that. Here are the symbols of DFD, data flow diagrams. First symbol is data flow, which is also called as arrow, and the function of arrow is, or data flow is, connect the processes. So here is a process which is represented with the help of a simple circle and perform some transformation of its input data to yield output data. And after that there is a symbol rectangle box or source or sink. This is the name of the symbol, and a source of system inputs or sink of system inputs. After that, some authors says that the two lines, parallel lines, and on the upper side of the first line there are two arrows. So this is a symbol of data store or database. So some authors or some researchers says that there is a rectangle of three sides. So the line at the right hand side is missed. So this is a symbol represented by Singh and Agrawal, but there are so many authors who says that there is a rectangle of three sides, but the right hand side is missed by in the diagram by the authors. So what is the symbol says of data store? A repository of data. The arrow head indicate net input and net outputs to store. So here is a leveling of data flow diagrams. Data flow diagram represent a system or software at any level of abstraction, where a level 0 DFD is called fundamental system model or context model, represents entire software element as a single bubble with input and output data indicating by incoming and outgoing arrows. So 0 level DFD is also called as the context model or context diagram. After that, it depends upon the requirement of a developer that he or she will design a new DFD or the higher level of DFD from the 0 level. So after that, whatever the DFD is generated, that would be a level 1, and so on. So let's see how many types of level of DFDs. So as we have discussed in the previous slide, that it depends upon the requirement of a user or a developer, that what type of level of DFD they want in their study, in their software development. So level 0 is the basic fundamental model or a context model, which is also known as a context diagram. So in this slide we are watching that how a DFD is designed, and we are presenting a example of 0 level DFD or context diagram. The example is result management system, in which there is a process named as student result management. So this is my process, and symbol is circle. After that there are arrows, and these arrows are the entry and outputs whatever generated by this process. So data entry operator enters some inputs in the student result management, and what is the output? Student performance reports generated. So this is a very basic, this is a very common, or what we can say, this is a very fundamental DFD. So after that, the data entry operator enters some information of the students, and that would be evaluated by the student result management system, and the output given by the student result management system is student performance, obviously a report card or reports generated. Here are some other activities also, like marks entry operator. So we have defined different entry operators. Here data entry operator is different from marks entry operator, but students can also develop this diagram with a data entry operator or marks entry operator are the same person. So it depends upon you people that what type of diagram you want to draw. And here is an administrator who is directly connected with the process, and user account maintenance. So user account maintenance is the duty and responsibility of administrator. After that, student performance is divided into two parts, like mark sheets generated, student information report generated. Here student information report generated means if there is a student in a class or in a college, that uh, his date of admission, parents name, contact details, etc. So this is a zero level DFD, and we can also generate or design a level 1 DFD. So this is in brief data flow diagram, and in our further studies we will present some more detail of the DFDs.